good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're streaming from. We're back to our live section today. If you're seeing me for the first time, you're highly welcome. My name is Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. As you can see, today we are back to our live. Wow. Thank you for joining. If you're seeing me for the first time, you're highly welcome. So what we do online here is I will teach you how to braid hair, teaching you different techniques of how you can get into braiding. If it's your first time, you're good to go. Try adding stories. Okay, let's share the video. Let me share from here. I'm going to be sharing the video so that we can bring people in. How was your last week? It was last week braids, but was too busy for me. I couldn't even show up last week. But then we have to go on ahead and start doing something today. Wow. So I'm sharing from here. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead. In today's lesson, what we're going to do today is that if you're the type that is interested in learning how to do braids, I'm going to show us some techniques of how we can install our braids, different techniques, three techniques from the rubber band method, three techniques for the natural and traditional method, then three techniques from the knotless braid. So let's keep going. Let's go on. Let's share the video. If you're joining me, let me share from here as well. Thank you so much. If it's your first time for joining, let's go ahead. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. If you're ready, I'm ready. If you're with your mannequin training head, if you're with your extension, we're ready to go into our practicals this morning. So let's go ahead. It was really busy. Welcome, Victoria. You're welcome to the live. If you're just joining us, please go ahead, share the videos, like the videos. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we can do today. Users, you're joining. Yo, just join. You're welcome. If you join, just share the video. Share the video. Let me get the extensions that we'll be using. Last week was really busy for me. I couldn't even show up. Busy. It was a week break of all the kids have to do their hair going back to school. I don't have time to come up live. But today, let's go ahead. We'll be having our... Yes, you're welcome. V, just join. If you're just joining, share the videos. This is the extensions we're going to be starting with today. You're welcome. I'm streaming on my 3 platforms. You're welcome on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome on TikTok. You're all welcome. On Facebook, welcome. I love you all. Thank you so much. As you're joining, share the videos. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go into my full lessons today, because normally when I started, I do 9 different lessons, show you 3 methods of how you can install the hair using the rubber band method, show you 3 different methods of how you can install braids using the natural and traditional method, and show you 3 different methods of how you can do the knotless braid. Let's go ahead and start. Jose Francisco, you're welcome to the live. I'm going to go ahead and brush out this. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. Braid is an artistic work that we braiders uses hair to showcase. Normally, when you see the artists, they use paint and brush, but we braiders, we use this hair to showcase our artistic skills. If you know you have that artistic skill in you and you don't know how to go about it, you need somebody to boost you up like, this thing I can do it. Please just join my live section all the time. I'm ready to show you how to do these things. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to brush this out. Normally when we start our lessons before, I used to teach us how we can prep our extension, do so many things. But then if I have a request for that, Critical Rose, you're welcome. 1 minute. Boss Lady, you're welcome. Hello, you're just welcome. If you're joining us for the first time, everyone is highly welcome. Okay, now let's go ahead. I've already sectioned this brush. We need our extension. Let me see. Let me see if I can pin this mannequin training head for those that would want to love to buy them. I've just pinned the mannequin training head. Do I really pinned it? Let's see what is going on here. On pinned. Wait, oh, that's pinned. Let's see. Rahab, you're welcome. Let me see. I'm trying to pin Jose Francis, Dave, Bichi. Good morning to you, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining. Yo, but now to that. Okay. Now let's go ahead. I want to pin this mannequin training head. Why is it not coming up? Pinned. Okay. I'm not even seeing it. Is it pinned? I don't even know whether this is pinned. Please, is anybody telling me on the TikTok if the mannequin training head is pinned down? It's not even giving me any signal that it's pinned down. Or didn't I do it very well? Please, oh. Let me see. Okay, let me do this one. Okay, right. Yes, I've seen it now. Yes. Let's go ahead. This is our extension that we're going to use today. Let me make sure I position this very. Thank you so much, Mimi Love, for joining Sunrise. Everyone that is just joining me for the first time, let's go ahead and share. Thank you so much for the volunteer. Somebody tapping. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Oh, so we are going to start with the method, the rubber band method. I'm going to start with the rubber band. I'm going to show you. Normally, when I do these lessons, I do 3 ways you can install hair. We all need this thing. It's very, very important for us. Then we can go into the natural and traditional method of how we can install this braid. So now let's start with the rubber band method. If you're here for the first time and you've not done braid before and you're willing to learn how to install your braid, let's start with this. It's very, very important. So I'm going to section this hair. Look at it. I'm going to section the part of the hair that we're working with. These are the ones we've done before. For those of us that doesn't know what braid is, it's very, very important. This is braid. And now we are getting into the bright weather now. I'm really happy about it. Last week was really, really, really busy for me. So busy. So I couldn't come out. Sorry about that. If you were expecting me last week, I couldn't because I have to do the kids' hair going back to school. So now I've sectioned this hair. Can everybody see it? When you see this, the next step we're going to take, because I'm going to start with the rubber band method using the crochet pin. And now this is the packet of the hair, rubber band I bought. Look at it. You can use any color you prefer. You can use any of the color you prefer, either black or colored hair. Look, I just bought this one up because I've finished using the other packs we used the last time. So this is the new pack. Just opening it now. So what you need with the rubber band method is to go ahead and get something like this. I'm not advertising anybody here, but you can get anything that looks like this. Tiny bits of rubber band, not the bigger one. Can everybody see it? So now, if you're doing the rubber band method using the crochet pin, all you're going to do is to get your rubber band. Normally, if you're not braided before, start with this method to go ahead and start braiding. Most people don't know the reason why I teach from the rubber band method. I know the reason, because this class, I want both the beginners and those that knows how to do hair to be able to gain one thing or the other. So now this is the tiny bit of rubber band. Normally, I'm supposed to use one of the rubber bands to start with this techniques, but then I'm going to double it because when you use one, it's going to snap. I'll teach you the rubber band method. I'll teach you natural and traditional method. So whichever method, go ahead and try it. So now we've sectioned this hair. Can everybody see it? When you section the hair, go ahead and take your rubber band and secure it. This method is called rubber band method using the crochet pin. Yes. If you know all this method, you're going to come across this method using it in the future. If you use it now, if you think it's not something that you're interested with, but then you come across it in the process of your learning how to do hair. So now when you secure this hair, you're going to do what? Split it into two. When you split this into two, pull it on both sides. You see the way I did it? Not too tight, because the more you pull this hair on both sides, the tighter this hair is going to become. So pull it on both sides. When you pull it on both sides, the next step you're going to do, you go ahead and get your crochet pin. This is a crochet pin in case of any of us that doesn't know what crochet pin is. If you don't know what crochet pin is, this is what crochet pin is. So now I'm going to insert this crochet pin from the top of this hair. Look at it, insert it from the top. So when you insert it from the top, you're going to see the crochet pin coming out. This crochet pin got something like a lash to cover it. So if it's your first time of seeing me, you're highly welcome to the live. So I'm going to section some of my extensions This extension comes in bundle like this, then you take out some. So this is the size I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the medium size of it, which is this. Now I'm going to split this medium size into two. My two is ratio 2:1, meaning that when I split this extension, I'm not going to split it in two equal parts. No, I'm going to split it in a way that one part, this one on my right hand should be 2 times of the one on my left hand. Look at it. Any braids you're trying to do, just make sure that you split your hair this way. We are just starting. I'm going to take you on this journey to the point where you understand everything I'm trying to explain on the splitting of the extensions. So now you have it. Take this one that you have that is 2 times bigger, that is on your left hand, place it, look for a place and place it. Take the smaller part. The smaller part, make sure they are all equal. Place it on an equal length like this. Go ahead and hold it with your left hand, thumb and index finger, creating a loop like this. So when you create a loop like this, you go right to where your crochet is. If you find out that this hair is disturbing you, that is why we need clips. If you're working and you're learning how to braid, you need all these tools to just clip this part of it on this side. Let me bring it. Make sure that it's not distracting you. Let me hold it to this side. Yes. So now go into the, as you have created this loop, holding it with your thumb and index finger on your left hand, use it to hook up this thing. Look at it. Put all your extension in it and cover the lash. So when you cover it, you pull it, gradually pull it up. When you're pulling it up like this, don't let go. Remove your crochet pin. When you remove the crochet pin, use your left hand. This is my left hand. Hold on to this. Then you use your right hand to drag and pull out the other part of it. Do you understand? Now, your extensions is in the middle. This method is trying to install your braid using the crochet pin. Now, the next step you're going to do, you release this. Open, because you have inserted the crochet pin under the root of this hair. It has loosened it up a bit. We don't want it to be loosed up. What you're going to do, split this hair again and pull it on both sides. So it has secured the hair to the root. Then you bring it to this point. At this point, this is the time you have to braid. Yes. So at this point, you've prepared your hair. The root is secured already. This one is mostly friendly beginners. If you know that you cannot do the natural and traditional method and you want to learn how to braid, please start with this one. You're still going to meet this hair in this journey while you are doing this process. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to hold this hair with my left hand. I'm going to hold it. When I hold this hair with my left hand, place the middle of this head right there, using your thumb and index finger to secure it. When you're doing this method, the natural hair tends to be in the middle. So what you're going to do now, we have the extension here on my right. We have the extension with the natural hair in the middle. Then we have the extensions on the left hand. What you're going to do, if you're a right-handed person, you're going to start with your right hand. This is my right hand. If you're a left-handed person, you go ahead and start with your left hand while securing the hair with your thumb and index finger. I'm going to bring this from my left hand, bringing it into my right hand. I'm braiding this hair already. Then you hold this one in the middle, secure it. Hold it with your thumb and index finger on your right hand. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your left. And that is just it. Can you see how simple this method is? This method we are doing now is using the crochet pin technique to install your braid. Can you see it? Now, at this point, you find out that all the natural hair tends to be in the middle. Because we are beginners to this braid, I will say leave it. What you're going to do, take your extensions and cover the natural hair and continue to braid. By the time you do this 1 or 2 times as a beginner, you're going to notice that you start splitting your natural hair into other extensions. But for now, let's go ahead and do this. So you keep on braiding. Can you see it? Go ahead and braid. I'm using my extension to cover the natural hair so that it will not be visible, because now we're using a brown shaded extension while the hair is black. So you go ahead and do this. You learn it from the scratch when you're doing all this type of hair. So let me go ahead and braid it to the point and I'll show you this method. I'm back. Okay, you're welcome. Everyone that is joining, you're all welcome. If you're seeing me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. Here I teach you different methods, 9 different methods of how you can install your braid. Even if you're a beginner, you're joining me for the first time, you're going to gain something out of this class. Then we'll move up from gradually beginners class, then we'll move up to the natural and traditional method for those of us that already know how to install. Look at it. Can you see it? Very, very. This is the crochet pin techniques of how you can install your braid. So you go ahead, use the rubber band. All you need for this method. Thank you, Susu, for joining. Let me see that this thing is even good. The volumes is okay. Let's see. Let me set up all my volumes. Make sure that we are hearing me. If you're not hearing, please, any question, put it on the comment section. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those that are volunteering to tap on the screen. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you, Susu. God bless you. So now, this is it. Can everybody see it? That's the first method, using the crochet pin. Now, I'm going to go into the next method. The next technique is that if you don't have this crochet pin, if you don't have your crochet pin, you can do the next technique. So let's go ahead and do it. Whichever technique we're going to do today, have it in mind. If you know you don't understand any, just let me know. Please teach us how to hide the natural hair. Okay, that's fine. So we are having 9 different techniques we are going to do today. This is the first one. In the process of teaching you how to install the hair, I'm going to teach you how to hide your natural hair under your extension so that it's not visible. So now let's go ahead and do the next one. The next one is doing the rubber band method using without the crochet pin. This is with the crochet pin. This is without the crochet pin. So you go ahead and brush the hair. Always make sure you comb the hair when you're doing somebody's hair. Braid is very, 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 very important. If you can start from here, if you can start with this journey to learn how to braid, it will move you up to different types of hair, because there's a lot of styles and there's a lot of ways you do hair, but start with the braids first. So now when we are doing this other method, all we are going to do after doing this, split sectioning the hair, you're going to split this hair into 2. We are going to split this hair into 2. If you don't have this crochet pin, you can do this method as well. Look at your section hair, split it into 2 at this point. So when you split it into 2, go ahead and grab your extension. This is my extension. For those of us that doesn't know how to pick extension, this is what you're going to do. You just fill your extension, because you cannot start counting extension, can you? Because the strands are so tiny. You just fill it. Know the size. When you pick up one size, if you're picking up medium, make sure you're using medium size all through the hair you're doing. So now this is my own medium here. Your medium might be different from my medium. It doesn't really matter. But what matters most is that when you're starting to braid, take an extension that is same to what you've started with to finish up all the hair. So now we are going to split this hair into 2. Meaning into ratio 2:1. I've already told you. When we are doing the natural and traditional method, thank you so much. God bless you, Chika, for joining. When we are doing the natural and traditional method, I'm going to tell you the reason why we split it into ratio 2:1. Take this other part that is in your left hand, place it on one side. Take the smaller part. Normally, when we did the first one, if we were here when we did the first one, we use the crochet pin to insert that hair into it after using the rubber band to secure it. But at this point, you're going to place your hair in the middle like this. Can you see it? Put the hair in the middle. When you put it in the middle, you go ahead and grab your rubber band. So when you grab your rubber band at this point, you're going to do what? Use the 2 and just close it. This method are really good for the beginners. And for those that have little kids and you want to learn how to braid their hair, this method is so secure and good for you. They won't feel the pain. You just go ahead and start using this. Don't go ahead and use the natural and traditional method at this point, because they'll be feeling the pain while you're trying to secure the hair from the root. So now take your rubber band. When you place the hair in the middle, the smaller part of the hair, place it in the middle, close it up, use your rubber band at this point and secure it. Can you see it? When you secure it with the rubber band, all you're going to get, now I'm doubling my rubber band. If you think when you're using one of the rubber band, it works for you. Go ahead and use one. But for me, I just double the rubber band. So you go ahead and do this. So when you secure the extension, the half of the extension in the hair, then you go ahead and section this hair into two like this. Pull it on both sides, not too tight, because when you pull it more, it's going to grab it from the root. Yeah, what we are trying to do, the rubber band is trying to secure this hair from the root for you instead of doing it, because normally you don't know how to secure it from the root. The rubber band will help you secure the hair. So now you go ahead, release this other extension at this point, then you come and braid. Taking the other part of the extension that is 2 times bigger at this point, then you start braiding the hair. I'm going to adjust this in a way that it's going to be very comfortable for me to braid. So hold this with your left hand, thumb and index finger. Place this one, the other part of the hair that is 2 times bigger, place it in the middle, hold it. When you hold it at this point, you're going to start braiding. If you're a right-handed person, use this one and start first. If you're a left-handed person, use your left hand and start. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start my braid. Taking it from my right hand, I bring it into the left. Then I'll grab this one in the middle, hold it. Take this one from your left and bring it into the right. Then you go ahead and start braiding. So the only explanation I'm going to give you at this point is that when you're doing this method, the natural hair tends to be in the middle. By the time you get used to this method, you can now start splitting your natural hair into other hair. But at this point, I will say no, because if I ask you as a new beginner to start splitting this natural hair, it's going to unravel. You now feel discouraged that, oh, I'm not getting this. So at this point, don't worry about it. What you're going to do is that use your extensions. Somebody was asking, teach me how to cover the hair when you're braiding with extension. Use your extensions to cover your natural hair at this point, because we're doing the rubber band method. So when we're doing natural and traditional method, I'm still going to elaborate more on that. So you're going to do what? Start braiding the hair. So when you go ahead, it will now hide the, look at it. When you position your hair, the natural hair very well, look at it, hiding it, you keep braiding. You're not going to be seeing the natural hair. The extensions have already covered it. Can everybody see it? The extensions have already covered the hair. Then you keep going, braiding the hair, look at it, until you finish braiding. These 3 methods I'm going to do, they are really friendly to the beginners. If you know you're a beginner, you want to learn how to braid, these 3 methods I'm showing you at this point is friendly to beginners. And apart from it being friendly to the beginners, when you get into hair, you're going to meet these techniques in doing hair. There's a lot of ways you can use these 3 techniques to do hair. Yes. So for now, I'm not going to explain too much. When we get to that part, you're going to get it. So now look at it. This tool, you've already installed it. This first one is using the techniques of crochet pin to install the hair, then you braid. Then this other one is this without the crochet pin. Rubber band method without the crochet pin. Now I'm going to show you the third method. The third method from this group is that it's a rubber band method group, but then you don't need the rubber band, you don't need the crochet pin to do it. So let's go ahead and do it before we get into the natural and traditional method. I'm sure having it in mind, you're watching me starting this. If you know you have any questions to get this in, have it in mind. This is the number 1 with the crochet pin, number 2 without the crochet pin, then the number 3 is no crochet pin, no rubber band. Watch me as I do it. You will need this in the journey of your learning how to do hair. It's compulsory. I'm just showing it. Look at it. No, then you're just going to go ahead and do this. So when you do this, you take this, section your hair, bring it out. Then the reason why this one is related to that this method is that you're going to split it. When you section the hair, you're going to split this hair into 2 equal parts. When you split it into 2 equal parts, you don't need the rubber band on this, you don't need the crochet. Go ahead and section your hair. The extensions you're going to use, make sure that you're using the same size of extension that you started with. Let your braids always be uniformed. Can you see it? Let your braids always be uniformed. If you can see what I'm doing, let your braids always be uniform. So now split this hair into ratio 2:1. The smaller part will be on my right hand and the other 2 is on my left hand. Take this one that is on your left hand, put it on one side. You're going to need it later. You're going to equate these 2 together, make sure they are on the same length. When you put them on the same length, what you're going to do, take it and place it in the middle. When you place this in the middle, instead of using the rubber band, for those of us that wouldn't want the rubber band on our hair, instead of using the rubber band to secure this, go ahead and do what? Bring them together, split into 3, then you braid this hair down. Braid it down this way. So when you braid it down, you're braiding it down to hold a part of the extensions. All this method, you need to know them. Yes. And know the reason why I say you need to know them. Even if you're not doing it as a beginner for now, you will need them at this point, at some point. So now when you secure this hair, look at it. It's secured. You're holding the extensions in the middle. So while you're holding the extensions in the middle, bring it down. At this point, get your other part of extension that is 2 times bigger. You're going to do what? Go ahead and start braiding the hair. Hold it with your thumb and index finger on your left hand. Take this one and place it on top of it. So when you place it on top of it, you're going to start braiding at this point. From your right hand, you bring it into the left. From your left hand, you bring it into the right. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start with my right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. So I'll take it at this point. From my right hand, I'll bring it into the left. Then I'll grab this, hold it. From my left hand, I'll bring it into the right. This method looks like the natural and traditional method. Reason is that because you didn't add any rubber band or use any crochet pin to insert it. But then the reason why it's based on this group is that we use the same techniques to do it. So at this point, take your extensions in the middle and cover the natural hair. Then you keep braiding and keep going. Then you see the difference. So with this 3 method, as a beginner, if you try any of them, you're going to start braiding immediately. I give you that assurance that you're going to start braiding immediately. So let me go ahead and finish braiding this. Then from now, we will now get into the natural and traditional method. I'm going to show you the result of this. The reason why I said this last method I just showed you now, braiding it down in the middle, looks like the natural and traditional method, is that you won't find too much of the puffiness in it because you didn't use the rubber band method to do it. You didn't secure it with the rubber band. Can you see it? Look at the 3. Look at the 3 braids. This is the last one we just did. No rubber band, no crochet, right? Then the first one is with the rubber band using the crochet pin. The second one is rubber band method with no crochet. And this one is no rubber band, no crochet. Can you see the 3 methods? Yes, this 3 method, look at the braids, very, very nice, well secured from the roots knits. So if you're a beginner and you want to start, you say, okay, I find it very difficult to hold it from the root, start with this method first. Even with this method I just told you, you're going to need it in the course of your training, doing other styles of hair that you're going to come across in the future. Okay, now we've done this 3 method now. We are going to move straight ahead to the natural and traditional methods. The natural and traditional method, I used to teach 3 good methods online here. If you know you have any questions, just hold it. When I finish the 9 different techniques I'm going to tell you to install the braids, then you can go ahead and put it on the comment section which one you didn't understand. Tell me which of the methods you didn't understand. You let me know. Then we'll repeat it if we still have more time, because our time online here is from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Then evenings is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have not followed the accounts, just go ahead, because you're going to get notification when I'm live. Yes, we do different things, but mainly I come here to teach you the techniques of how you can get braiding. Sometimes we do style of the day. We've done a lot of things online here. You've learned a lot of things online, and you keep learning. So now let's do the next one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those that are tapping. God bless you. If you know that you just joined, please share the videos. Put your hands and tap, share the video and tap. God bless you for doing that. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you have not followed, go ahead and follow. You're all welcome to the live. It's a friendly live where you ask questions. Whichever questions, we'll go ahead and answer you. So now this is the natural and traditional method of how you can install your braids. So now the first one we are going to do is the wrapping round method. The first method we are going to do from the natural and traditional method is the wrapping round method. You see, most professional, this is the method they use. Most professional, this is the method they use to install your braids. And because they've started with that, it works for them. So the reason why I'm coming online here to show us 9 different methods is that as a beginner or somebody that is trying to learn how to do this, and go ahead and try the method. Thank you so much, Chika. God bless you. Thank you so much. I can see you. God bless you for that gift. God bless you. So now let's go ahead. We're going to get this. Go ahead and section, take your extension. The reason why we do this ratio 2:1, I'm going to show you now that we have to cross the method. We've done the beginners method, which are friendly to beginners. This three first method, we did the rubber band method group. So now we are going to section this hair into ratio 2:1. I've already said it. Ratio 2:1 means that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Let's go ahead and section it this way and show you. Can you see? When you split something into 3, give 2 to the left hand and give 1 to the right hand. This is the method you're using to section your extensions. So now the reason why we do that is that when you take the smaller part of it and you cross it over, so when you cross it and put these 2 parts together, it's going to equate one part of the bigger ones, because we need 3 strands to do our braids. We don't need 4 strands. Look at it. When it's like this, it's going to be showing you 4 strands. We don't need 4 strands. That is the reason why when you're sectioning your extension, make sure that the one you have on your right hand is smaller and the other one is 2 times bigger. So when you take this smaller part and cross it, it will give you 3 strands, which putting these 2 together will equate one of this one, which will make your braid look more even. Try it, then you come and tell me my explanation if it's right or wrong. Because if you don't have your strands of your extensions equal like this, one part of it, if it's too small, is going to outweigh the other part, and at the end of the day, your braid is not going to look even. So now let's go ahead. Now that you've crossed it and you're holding it this way, what next are we going to do at this point? You're going to go ahead, take your left hand. This is my left hand. We do braids with our fingers, right? This is my thumb, and that's my index finger. This is the middle. This is the ring finger. This little one is the pinky and little finger. Yes, the reason why I'm telling you, because I'm going to be mentioning that hold this hair with your thumb and index finger so that you can identify what I mean. Thumb and index finger is these 2 fingers you're seeing. They play very vital roles when you're doing hair. Very, very vital roles when you're making braids. So now let's go ahead, and I'm holding this hair with my thumb and index finger, as you can see. Let me make sure that I think everybody's seeing what I'm doing. And you're holding this, your extension that you place like this. This method we're going to do is the wrapping round method. Take this one, put on top of it like this, hold it with your thumb and index finger. Can everybody see it? So the next step you're going to take this strand, and go ahead. This is called the wrapping round method or plaiting method. You're going to go round about it, the first one, then you do the next one. So when you do the next one, don't do more than 2, because if you go and secure it more than 2 times, it's going to be too tight. We don't want you to be making the head so secure and too tight. So now go ahead and take this strand, place it in between your middle finger and your ring finger. Then you just secure it there. Open this one. So when you open this other one, split this natural hair into it. This method is called the wrapping round method and is grouped under the natural and traditional method. Then you can go ahead and start braiding. Most people love this method, and most professionals, this is the method they use. This method is very simple. Even as a beginner, you can be able to do this method. Can you see it's secured already? Then you can now go ahead and start braiding. The extension is tangling. Let me just separate it. So now you can now go ahead and start braiding. At this point, because we call this hair natural and traditional method, you're going to split these extensions. I want all the hair to have the natural hair even. So you're going to do this. So at this point, you keep braiding. See my extension and see the natural hair. Place your extension whereby your extension is covering the natural hair. You go for the first braid. This one, you do the next one. Look at it. Then they are all positioned in a way that extensions is showing first. So look at it. Now when you're braiding, you're not going to be seeing your natural hair showing on top of the braid. So now it's called tucking in your natural hair. Can you see it? So this method we just did now is a natural and traditional method using the wrapping round method. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining. Madam UPL, that's my mentor. Thank you so much, Ma, for coming. God bless you. Now, if you want to like do things on computers and you don't know what to do, Madam UPL is around. Please go ahead and follow her. Go ahead and follow her. Know the reason why I'm saying that. So she will teach you how to get into the social media, how to set up a lot of things. Please, that's her there. You did not go to school. No, I'm going in the evening, ma. I do evening. I go to college in the evening. I do evenings. So in the evening, I won't be around. So that's why every Mondays, hi, my dearest, thank you so much, ma. Every Mondays, I come 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. because in the evening, I go to college. So you will not see me. Then Tuesdays, we'll do evenings. So the days I'm not going to college, I come up in the, okay, looking good there. Thank you so much, ma. So now let's go ahead. So now this method I'm doing is called the wrapping round method, on grouped on the natural and traditional method. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the result of it. If you're watching for the first time, look at it. Natural and traditional methods using the wrapping round method. Most professional, that's what they stick to and it works for them. So if you're the type that wants to learn it, I'm showing you all those techniques so that you can easily go into this method. Try them, then you see the best method for you. You stick to one of the methods. If you try the 9 methods and you think, okay, this one is okay for me, it's easy for me to get into, go ahead and start using that method. Now, we have done this. So the next method we're going to do is the 2-strand methods. Is it 2-strand? I'm going to YouTube to join you. Okay, thank you so much, ma. That's fine. Thank you so much, ma. So now let's go ahead at this point. We'll go ahead, section the hair. When we section this hair, this is the 2-strands method. If you're hearing the 2-strand method, yes, it's one of the natural and traditional method of how you can install your natural braid, but it's a different ways to install your braid. So now let's go ahead. When you section your hair, you go ahead and comb it. Look at it. Always make sure when you're doing braid, don't install your braid without combing the hair. The reason is that when you install the braid without combing the hair, if you have a knot in that hair, your hair, natural hair, and at the end of the day, you take your extensions and add to it. By the time you want to take that hair off, you find out that your hair is breaking. Most people say, oh, they don't do braid because the hair is breaking because you're not doing it in the right way. If you do it in the right way, yes, I'm here now. Thank you so much, ma, for joining. So if you do it in the right way, you find out that your hair, braiding is a hair to secure and protect your hair from damage. But then if you don't do it in the right way, you find out that the hair is going to be breaking. So now let's go ahead. Now you've brushed the hair and combed it to this point. Go ahead and grab the extension. Now this is the extension. I'm using a medium size extension to do this. So let's go ahead at this point. So with this medium strand, if you're doing the 2-strand method, we are not going to split this extension. When we did the natural and the wrapping round method, we splitted the extension into ratio 2:1. But at this point, we were doing the 2-strand method, we're not going to split the extension in the sense that because this natural hair is going to be the 3rd strand. With this method, it's not all the size of the hair or the length of the hair you can use the 2-strand method to do. In the sense that if you have your hair very short, I don't think this 2-strand method is going to work for you. If you have it very long like this or longer, it's going to work because the natural hair is going to be the 3rd strand. So while you're installing the hair, in that process, you're going to be splitting the hair into the extensions into each other. Just watch me as I do it. So the 2-strand method, make sure that your hair extension, you're going to pick the extension to be the same size of the extensions you're already doing. Thank you everyone for joining. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Yeah. So now let's go ahead at this point. So you're going to go ahead, take this hair extension. There are 2 ways to do the 2-strand method. There are 2 ways, but I'm going to show you the simple ways you can do the 2-strand method. So while you're holding this hair with your thumb and index finger, look at it. On your left hand, take these extensions, place it right there. So when you place it, you hold it with your thumb and index finger on your left hand. Hold it. So now we have the extensions, then we have the natural hair, and we have the extension. This is the two-strand method. It's called the two-strand method because you're only having the two extensions, whereas the hair will be the third strand. So now the first thing you're going to do, if you're a right-handed person, you start with your right hand, starting with this. If you're a left-hand method, you start with your left hand, starting with this strand. Because I'm a right-hand person, I'm going to start with my right hand. Taking this one from my right hand, I'll bring it into the left. Can you see it? You go ahead, because you're doing the two-strand method. Look at it. You're going to secure this hair. Then you take this one, bring it into the right hand. You go ahead and start braiding. So because now we are doing the two-strand method, we are not going to continue to use this natural hair to be braiding. You're not going to continue to use your natural hair to continue. At this point, when you secure the hair to the root, you can now borrow your extension at this point. Place it in the middle, take this one and place it in the middle. Then you braid. So when you braid, because this hair is a two-strand method, you're still going to split the natural hair. Look at it. This natural hair, I'm going to split it and give it to this side. Most people like this method. If you're the type that would like this two-strand method, that's fine. But then because it's grouped under the natural and traditional method, you're going to use the technique to start, but make sure that before you start braiding, everything is equal. All the strands of your hair is equal. Then you now continue to braid. Using your extensions to cover your natural hair, then you go ahead and start braiding. This is called the two-strand method. If you're the type that would love this method, go ahead and try this method I'm teaching you. Look for the method that is best suitable for you, then you pick it from it. That is just the only thing. But the only important thing about all these techniques I'm showing you is that when you're doing your braid, make sure that your braid is secure to the roots. That is where most people have problem. It's secure to the root. This, we have done the 5th method now. 3 methods from the rubber band method, 2 methods from the natural and traditional method. Then I'm going to do one other method, which is the most used method. That method I'm going to show you how to do now is a method that most beginners find very difficult. That is the reason why we started with the beginners friendly method. So this one is the natural and traditional method, whereby you are going to install the hair from the roots. So watch me as I do it. That is the 6th method we are doing today. So when I do all this method, go ahead on the comment section and tell me that, Grace, I didn't understand this method you just showed us now. Can you repeat it? But let me do all the methods. Then you tell me which of the methods you want me to repeat. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this live. What I do on this live is to show you how to braid. I do a lot of hair, but then I only do the braids for free. So if you want to join my classes, it's an opportunity for you to join my classes. Let me know. Send me a message on my bio. You want to learn how to do Ghana wave, you want to learn how to do cornrows, you want to learn how to do different styles. I do a lot of hair, fixing of wave on, everything. Let me know. But I come online basically to teach you how to install the braid, because you need it. That's the most important thing. Most braiders, what they do, or most hair stylists, they base on braid on its own. So when they just learn how to do braid, they start making their money, because you earn a lot of money doing this. It takes you time. You see, throughout last week, you didn't see me. I didn't show face because I have to braid I have 4 guests. I have to braid their hairs and others. So it was a really busy week for me. I couldn't come out. So now braid is something that when you get into, the way I'm teaching you now, you get into it, is something that will make you earn a lot of money. I'm telling you 100%. Go and try it, then you see it. So when you know how to do it, and you know how to do this perfectly well, you get a client, you know how much you'll be earning. So now let's go ahead and do the natural and traditional method, securing the hair from the root. So this is the hair that we've just sectioned that we're going to be working with. If you know your hair and you want to learn how to do hair, you're going to go ahead and get your mannequin training head. You need a mannequin training head to be able to. Welcome everyone that's just joining. I can see you, Mrs. P. You just joined. What's the KBAC? You're welcome. You just joined. So now let's go ahead. Now I'm going to section this. When I section the extension, this is the extension, this is the size. I'm using a medium size. You can decide to use a micro, you can decide to use a medium, you can decide to use jumbo. But the most important thing about hair is that when you're doing these braids, make sure that the size, look at all the braids we've done so far in practicals. Find out that the braids are all equal sizes. The same thing applicable to when you're doing your braids. Always make sure that the sizes are equal. So because if you don't equate the size, somebody will just notice that this person is a beginner. Learn the main ways to do these things. Make sure that your braids are equal. So when you're doing it, make sure that your extensions, when you take them, you split it into ratio 2:1. Let me go ahead and show you the... Now, when you split this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times to the one I have on my left hand. So now we're doing the natural and traditional method. Most used method, most confusing method for those that are beginners, for those that cannot install. Go ahead and take this other smaller part, cross it to the bigger parts. So when you cross it to the bigger part, when you join these two smaller parts together, it will equate one of the size of the bigger strand, because we need 3 strands of hair to do our braids. Look at it. So if we do it like this, it's 4. So this is the reason why this part have to be smaller. When it's smaller, when you join it together, giving you 3 strands, and you find out that these 3 strands are equal. Can you see it? Then you cannot start your braid. Normally, when I'm installing this braid, I used to hold my extensions on one hand, meaning that this is my right hand, thumb and index finger. I'm going to hold this like that. My left hand, thumb and index finger, I'm going to hold the next strand. So the other strand, I'm going to use my supporting fingers to put it this way. Look at it. So when it's like this, you find out that it's firm. If it's wobbling like this, you cannot do this. So you just go ahead and make sure it's firm. Take this, your middle finger, place it on it. Turn only your right hand. Turn only your right hand. When you turn only your right hand, you take your index finger and bring it out here. So when you bring it out, I'm holding my extensions on one hand before I will install this hair. So now the one that is falling on top of my index finger will be the first extensions that we're going to pick while we're installing the hair. Just watch me as I do it. If you have any question, let me know. Just pay attention. Watch my hand directly as I'm installing it. This is the method that most people find very difficult to install and it's giving them problem. But if you check it, look at it very well, it's easier. That is the reason why we came up with the beginner's method, rubber band methods to start with before you can get into this. So now let's go ahead and do this. Very difficult. Somebody said very difficult, but you're going to get it. Just watch me as I do this. Uche Blessing said it's very difficult. So, but the more you practice, the better it becomes. So now, let's go ahead. I'm going to hold this here. Look at it. I'm holding my extension on one hand. Look at it. Then, this is my thumb and index finger at this point. Look at it. Look at my hands. So, I'm going to slightly open this, my hand, a little bit. Then you go ahead and hold on to that hand that you slightly open a little bit. Use it to hold on to the part of the natural hair. Then the first thing you're going to do, be watching my hand closely. This is my left hand. I'm going to use my left hand now to section this natural hair. Look at it. Because we want to automatically install this hair, sectioning the hair. So I'm going to section this hair. When I section this hair, I'm holding this hair, right, with my thumb and index finger. This extension that is lying on my right hand on the index finger, you're going to drag this one first. Look at it. Bring it. You see it? When you bring it closer, holding it together like this, then you're going to take your, I'm going to use other fingers to hold this, then because I need my index finger to go in here and separate this hair. Look at it. Look at where my index finger is coming out from. Can everybody see it? So when you place your index finger, automatically I've used that my index finger on the left hand to split this hair into 2 equal parts. Now I will drop it. I'm still holding it. Look at my hands. And with this method, and my hands is still holding it, now free my other right hand. That is the point whereby most people have problem. Just watch my hand closely. So you're going to go ahead, look at it. I've splitted this hair into 3. Now you're going to start braiding this hair now. Make sure that you secure this hair to the roots. Then you go ahead and do this. Start braiding the hair. Look at it. You braid it. Make sure it's secure, not too tight, but secure to the roots. Can you see what I'm doing? Secure it to the roots. You go ahead and start braiding. When you braid this hair for about 3 times or 4 times, for those of us, most people, what they do is that they braid upwards. You don't braid your hair upwards like that. If you want to be fast in doing your braiding, don't continue to braid upwards. Most learners, when they braid, when they just secure it, they keep braiding it like that. If you know it's working for you, I will not say you should stop it, but see the difference. So now I will just flip my hand. So now I've gotten to this point. Now I want to flip my hand. So what I'm going to do, see my hand the way it is. I'm going to do this. Flip it. My flipping my hand is turning the braid so that I can do it downwards instead of continue doing this hair upwards. So you now go ahead and start braiding the hair. Can you see it? At this point, you want to hide your natural hair. Look at my natural hair. Look at my extension. You use your extension to hide your natural hair. Look at it. Now, if you want to get this method, always try and use a colored hair extensions to learn, because it's going to make it visible. You're going to see that it's visible. Look at my natural hair, it's visible. So you use your extension to cover it. When you position it very well, you keep braiding. You're going to find out that all you're going to be seeing on top of it is the extensions, not the natural. It's called tucking in your natural hair. Then I'll go ahead and start braiding. Most people say, oh, how can I be fast this way? The more you braid, the better you become. Because you need speed to start braiding your hair. If you want to make money in braids, you need speed. You see the way I'm braiding my hands? Yes, you need speed. But as a beginner, I know it's going to be very difficult at this point. But what you do, make sure you learn how to braid very well. Look at, see my slow motion. Can you see the slow motion of it? You learn. I know at this point it's going to be the slow motion. It's not really, it doesn't really matter. So when you get into it, you continue to braid fast. The more it gets into your hands, the speed will come in. So now, this is how to install the hair using the natural. Can you see it? Can you see it? Using the technique, natural and traditional methods. So at this point, before we go into the knotless braid, if you have any question, please put it on the comment section. We've done 6 methods so far. This method, this 3 method is the rubber band method. Using the rubber band methods to install your braid. This is the first 3 method I did. The first one is using the rubber band method with the crochet pin. The next one is rubber band method without the crochet pin. The third one is no rubber band, no crochet pin. Then this other one, we did the wrapping round method on the natural and traditional method. And the next one is the two-strand method. And the last one is the natural and traditional method to secure the hair. So now at this point, I'll take any question. If you want to ask any question for me to repeat any of this, let me know from 1 to the 6 before we go into knotless braid. We only have short time to be here. If you know you want to join my classes, it's an opportunity to send me a message on my bio. There's a lot of things going on. We have the beginners class, the advanced class, and the intermediate class to this. But then if you have any questions now, go ahead. If you want me to repeat any of this, go ahead and let me repeat. But before then, I'm just thinking, let me repeat this natural and traditional method. Most difficult way to install the hair. Let me repeat this number 6 before I go into the knotless braid. So now I'm going to section this hair. Can everybody see it? If you're seeing me for the first time, you're highly welcome. Normally I come live all the time, but then last week I didn't show up one day because I was really busy. Doing hair. I didn't have time at all to come up here. So now let's go ahead and comb the hair. So I'm going to get my extension. So if you're coming for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. So I teach you how to install braids. Anything about braids, ask me. I'm going to show you here. So now I'll split this hair into ratio 2:1. When I split this hair into ratio 2:1, well, the next thing we're going to do, take this smaller part of it, cross it to the other bigger parts. Most people don't know how to cross hair. Let me repeat it again. If you have any question, put it on the comment section. Go ahead and ask me on the comment section. When you split your hair into ratio 2:1, look at it. The one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Let me make sure that it's even. Look at it. So the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. So what you're going to do is that you take this smaller part of it, cross it to the bigger parts. So when you cross it to the bigger part, it's going to look this way. Because we need 3 strands to do our braids. When you join the two smaller parts together, it's going to equate one of the bigger parts. Can everybody see it? It's going to equate one of the bigger parts. So now, as I'm holding it this way, I'm going to install this hair. Yes. So if I want to install this hair now, let me go from the top. I don't know. Maybe if I do it from the top, maybe you understand it very well. Let me do it so I can see it from that top. So now this is the extensions. For me, I'm going to hold this extension on one hand. Most people do this and it works for them. They just go ahead and split it like this in 3 ways. I can do that as well, but it's just I don't want to confuse. When you come into the class, we do different techniques. But I'll show you how to hold your extensions on one hand. So now you'll take this. This is my right hand, thumb and index finger, hold on to this. This is my left hand, thumb and index finger, hold on to this. And this is the other strands that you're seeing. Take it and bring it here. Use your supporting 3 fingers and hold on to it. Create that firmness in it. Make sure that it's firm. So when it's firm, take your middle finger on your left hand, do this. Then you turn your right hand. This is my right hand turning. When you're turning your right hand, bring your index finger out from your right hand. Can you see it? So it's going to be like this, holding your extensions on one hand. I'm going to install this hair facing. I'm going to be facing my normal way. Because if you're braiding hair, sometimes I turn the camera just for you to see. But I'm going to be facing. This is the way I face. When I start from the back, I start braiding upwards. So now this is the hair. Watch it. I'm holding the extension on one hand. I'm going to place it. Look at my hands. Thumb and index finger here. Just slightly use it to hold on to that hair. Can everybody see it? So this is my left hand. That's my left hand. You now go ahead and split this hair. Look at it. Split it like this. When you split it, take this one, this extension that is lying on your index finger, bring it closer like this. When you take it in, see my index finger now. My index finger, look at my index finger on my left hand. Place it in between. Use it to split that hair into 2. Look at it. Can you see it where it's coming out from? Then you use your other hands to secure it. You can now release your right hand. Then you now go ahead, look at it. This is when you're going to secure it. Go ahead and install it. Start braiding in. See? You start braiding. Can you see? I'm showing you with the position that you have to stay. Look at it. Then you start braiding. See, if you know how to secure this hair, you know how to do braids. Even if you want to do cornrow, you're still going to start with that. So now, I'm going to flip my hand. Most people will continue to braid the hair upward like this. If you're the type and it works for you, most people will continue. I'm going to flip my hand. I'm just showing you how some people will braid their hair. It's 2 ways. When you install the hair this way, don't continue to braid it like this. Don't continue to braid it like this. You have to flip your hand. For some people, they will just do this way. I'm just showing you an example. They just go ahead and be doing this. Quickly. You're going to flip your hands. When you install the hair, let me unravel it and show you how to flip your hands. When you install the braids, like this, you're going to come and flip your hands. Look at my hands. Bring it this way and do this. You turn your hands, you're turning the braids. So when you turn the braids like this, it's going to look this way. You see? Then you can go ahead and start braiding. Because I'm facing you towards the camera. You go ahead and start braiding. Can you see? It will make you look more faster than the upward braids. Why do you flip your hair? Which hair? Your hands. You don't flip. You flip your hands to flip. It's your hands that you're going to flip. Oh. So if you flip your hands, you turn the hair. Look at it. Let me do it again because somebody is asking the question. You flip your, okay, she corrected herself now. You flip your hands. You flip your hands in the sense now. Look at it. If you install this hair, let's do it again. I'm going to do it again so that we can understand what I'm doing. This is the part that most people have problem. Let's repeat more of this natural and traditional method. For those that are starting, if you still want me to repeat the beginner's part, let me know on the comment section. But then this one is most important for people. Look at it. So I'm going to, we have different techniques I will show you if you come into the class, but then let me just show you this one. And this method I'm doing for free now is very important. Holding your extension on one hand, this is the method I use and it works. So now you just get your extension, hold it on one hand like this. Look at it. It's very easy. My explanation when I'm explaining is more than holding it. Look at it. If I explain it to you now, it will take me 1 minute to show you how to do it. But then, if you really want to know how to hold your extension on one hand, when next you're coming to the class, please get extension ready. While I'm showing you, you're doing the same thing. Because I have a student that did the same thing. I popped her up online. When she came up online, he said, oh, I need to know how to hold my extensions on one hand. It's not as if you're using a different method, it will not work for you. But for me, I use this method and it works and it's faster. If you want to really be a braider, learn it. You can have your method and still learn this method. So now when you hold this, after crossing your extension, you hold, this is my right hand, thumb and index finger, hold this with your thumb and index finger, that part of this extension. This is my left hand. You know, the camera will be showing you other ways. That's why I'm mentioning this is my right. This is my left hand. That's my left hand. So then when you hold your left hand, thumb and index finger, hold on to this. Then you have the last strand. Bring this your 3 supporting finger. Hold on to it like this. Then you create that firmness. Can everybody see it? Create the firmness. So when you create that firmness, take your middle finger, place it like this. Then you turn this right hand. Turn your right hand. When you turn your right hand, bring your index finger out here. See? When you bring your index finger, you're holding your extensions on one hand. It will give you that like security to be able to do this, and that's why I'm holding it now. So now the next step you're going to do, I'm going to be braiding this hair like this so that we can see it very well from the camera. So now as I'm holding this my extension on one hand, this one now is falling on top of my index finger. Can you see this strand? This one strand is falling on top of the index finger. That's the first one you're going to take. So while you're still holding your extension on one hand, thumb and index finger, slightly open it a little bit. Go ahead and hold on to this hair like this. So when you hold on to this hair, you leave your left hand. Look, it's my left hand. Then you go ahead, because we are going to split this hair automatically into 3. Take it, look at it. You use your hand to split this hair. When you split it, you're holding the first one. Take another hand to drag this extension. Drag this one. Bring it closer. See, be watching my hand intently. Thank you for joining, Roots. Everyone that is just joining, you're welcome. Jacqueline, you're welcome. As you're joining, share the video, like the video. So now when you do that, you see the way I'm holding it. I'm now using my pinky finger, other fingers to hold on to here because I want my index finger to be free. Then what I'm going to do with this index finger, take your index finger on your left hand, go in between. This is my natural hair. Make sure when you're watching, look at it, use it to section it into 2. Then you put your hand in between that place. See, you use your other hand, look at it. My thumb is here. I'll use it to support it. Then I can release my hand. This hair is not going to unravel. Then at this point, you now come and install it. Can you see it? You can start braiding your hair now. Take your index finger, bring it to this. Now, at this point, this is where most people find difficult. Secure this hair to the roots. Secure it while you're braiding. You press it down, pin it down, secure it. You see, when you hold it like that, you're braiding. This is my 3rd, and this is the 4th braiding. So when you get to this point, most people will continue to braid upwards. No. For you, if it's working, continue. But if you think it's not working and you want to learn to flip your hand, at this point, when you secure the hair to the root, this is where you see my hand now. You go like this. You see, you're turning the braids. You're going to turn it. When you turn it, it's going to start facing this way so that you can be able to balance. Let me balance myself very well. Can you see it? Now, at this point, if you want to tuck in your extension, this is the part whereby you're going to do it. Make sure that your extensions are covering the natural hair. Then you can go ahead and start braiding. Let me use my extension. When it's positioned very well, then you can now go ahead and start braiding the hair. Can you see? You can now go ahead and start braiding the hair. See, it will make your braids look faster. If you're the type that really wants to go into braiding, look at it. But if you're doing it upwards like that, you will stay on one braid for a long time. You don't want to do that. Some people braid this way. Don't learn that way. Don't. When you install the hair from the root, make sure you always flip your hand. Good afternoon, Ifabuchi. How are you doing, ma? How is the family? So you just go ahead and start braiding this way. It will make your hands be faster. And know that if you're beginning, you're going to be taking it one step at a time, which is okay, to make sure that everything is going on very well. But when it gets to the point, the more you keep going like this, the more you're practicing, the better it will come this way. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Thank you so much. If you're just joining for the first time, you're all welcome. You go ahead and braid. You see how fast it is? Because the faster you become, the better it is. If you want to really make money in braid, there's money in braid, and you will never lack money. That is one thing about this skill. You will never lack money. Yes. So if it's something that you're serious with, just go ahead and learn it. It's going to help. So now, at this point, we've done the natural and traditional method. I don't know. If you have any questions before we go into the knotless braid, let me know. Do you want me to repeat this, or is clear enough? Because I have videos already that is there. If you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow the account, because you're going to get notification. If you have not subscribed to the account. You're going to get notification whenever I'm live. It will just notify you that Grace is live, that you can now come and learn something for yourself. Very, very important. We've done like 6 methods so far. 3 methods from the rubber band method, and 3 methods from the natural and traditional methods. So if you have any question, please let me know. Do you want me to move straight to the we are all fine, ma? You are fine, ma? Okay, no. Let's go ahead and do the knotless braid. Because I know that there are senior students that are here. They want to learn knotless braid. But then on YouTube, if you have any questions for me to repeat any of this method, please go ahead and put it on the comment section. On Facebook, if you have any question for me to repeat any of the method, please go ahead and put it on the comment section. I have videos that are there to watch, but if you don't, let's go ahead and do the knotless braid. I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can install your knotless braid. For most people, hope your family is good. Yes, we are all fine. Thank you so much, ma'am. So now let's go ahead and do the knotless braids. So if you still have your questions, let me know. Let me show you 3 good methods of how we can install our knotless braid. But then I'll be facing this way. I'll be positioning. For the fact that I want us to see what I'm doing. Sometimes it's just like, let me pack this one to one side so that we can see it clearly while I'm showing you how to do these things. So the difference between installing your normal braid and the knotless braid is that when you have your knotless braid, you have the same extensions, the same size of extensions, but then you're going to split that extensions into, here, my friend, thank you for your tutoring. Thank you so much, choosing for joining. God bless you. Share the videos. If you have not shared it, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much. God bless you all for joining. And I wish you all the best, because the more you learn this thing, it's going to help you. If you don't use it for your children, you use it for yourself. It's going to save you your time. It's going to save you your money. Yes. And if you're the type that want to go into it as a business, it's going to help you. I'm giving you 100% assurance. So now let's go ahead and do the knotless braid. I'm going to use this color. Let's use a different color. Let's use a different color for the knotless braid so that we can be able, or we can use the same color so that we can know the difference between the knotless braid and let me use the same color. Extensions. Yes. I use colored extension to teach us because it's more visible. You can see what we are doing when you're using. I'm using it presently. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me go ahead and brush this. Any method, any question you have, go ahead and let me know the question you have. Let's do the knotless braid for the senior students that are around that wants to learn the knotless braid. But as a beginner, if you're here watching me and you have any question, please show me how to do the rubber band method. Please go ahead and tell me. I'm going to start and show you, because my reason of coming online is for everyone to benefit. Yes. So now we are going to get our knotless braid. I'm going to get this chair out, because if you need to do your knotless braid, it's something that if you have somebody that will give you the extension, fine. But if you don't have, you have to use a rack, or you bring your chair, or where you have to place your extension, because you're going to split that extension in sections. Then you start installing them. That's the difference between you braiding and doing the knotless braid, right? So now I'm going to take my extension. This is my extensions. This is my extension. The size, I'm using a medium size extension. So you grab that medium size extension that you're going to use. Normally, look at it. If we're doing braids normally, we're going to go ahead and install this automatically to the braid, splitting it into ratio 2:1. That is for braid. But when you're doing it for knotless braid, you're going to section this hair. This is the size of extension. We're going to section it. Let me section it into 6. I'm going to section it into 6. Split them into 6 extensions. That is number 2. That's number 3. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. Let me lower this. Let me lower the. Please repeat the number 6. Okay, I'm going to do that. Akuswa Amokwa. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to repeat it. Don't worry. Let's do one of the knotless braid. Then after the knotless braid, I'm going to repeat the number 6 for you. Thank you for joining, and I really appreciate you. From Facebook, thank you so much for your comments and the question. I'm really happy to have that. So now we split this into 6. Can everybody see it? When you split this into 6 different parts, we are going to, can everybody see it? That is how you section your knotless braid. So now I'm going to pull this to one side. Then I'll show you, section the hair, then we'll start installing it. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Purity Gold. You're all welcome to the live. When you come in, you know the right thing to do. Please support the live as much as you can. Share the live, like the live, and support it as much as you can. Thank you so much, and God bless you. And thank you for the gifters, for everyone that have gifted this live, and I didn't see you. God bless you for doing that. Thank you for being so kind and helpful. Very good lady. Bless you. Thank you so much. Kemuli, God bless you. Please share the videos and like the videos. It's very, very important. So let's go ahead and do the knotless braid from this side. I'm going to start it from here, from the side of the hair. Let's section this. So now, if you're working, just go ahead and get your clips. You always have your clips to hold on to the hair that you're not working with. It's very, very important. If you're here and you want to really learn how to do hair, all you need is to get your mannequin training head. You need it. 100%. You need it to get your mannequin training hair. This is the hair we've sectioned to do our knotless braid. So what's the difference between knotless braid and installing the normal braid? The difference between it is that you start your knotless braid with your natural hair. Then you start installing the extensions. Can you see? So now let's go ahead. At this point, if you want to do your knotless braid and you want to add your products to it, which is the shine and jam. Let me see if I can find it. This is the point whereby you're going to add it, but I'm not going to add it because I don't want to be shampooing this hair all the time. If you want to add your product, what it does is that it smoothes up the hair to the root and it helps you. Look at it. You just go ahead and take this, your shine and jam, add a little bit to it. Look at how it is. Can everybody see the inside? Yeah, that's the shine and jam. But for me, I'm not adding it at this point because I don't need to add it. So now you're going to do what? Start with your natural hair. Let's go ahead. You split this hair into 3. When you split it into 3, you go ahead and start braiding. Can you see it? You go ahead and braid it down. So when you do the first one, you grab your extensions. You grab the extension. When you grab the extension, take it. Hold it. This is my index finger. Place it on your index finger. Put your thumb in between to make it secure like this and firm. Then you go and open your thumb and index finger right there. Place it there. Then you install the first one. I'm going to show you 3 different methods of how you can install this. Then the next one, you pick up the next one, do the same. Put it on your index finger. Take your thumb, hold it and expand it this way so that it's firm. Then you grab it and put it there. You braid the next one. I hope everybody's seeing what I'm doing. Then you grab the third one. So when you take the third one, do the same thing. I'm just repeating because most people, the more you repeat, the better they understand. You make it firm. Put it like, look at where the extension is coming in between the hands there. You go ahead and braid it down. You take the fourth one, the same thing. You take the fifth one. Hey, the sixth one is dropped, so I'm going to pick it up. You install, place it there. Then I'm going to pick up the sixth one now. You put it in your index finger. This is my index finger here. Use your thumb to just separate it like this. Then you go ahead and install it there. Then you can go ahead. Now is the time to flip your hands. You have to flip your hands. Then you start braiding. I don't know why this extension keeps tangling. Anyway, I'm going to brush it again before I use it. So let's go ahead and do this. Then you can flip your hands and start braiding your hair now. Braiding it down. Can you see? At this point, if you notice that some of the hair are more than the other one, you can just borrow some hair and give it to each other. Let's do it very fast now. I'm going to show you. If you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome. We are doing the knotless braid at this point. So the difference between the knotless braid is just you start your knotless braid with your natural hair to make it seamless. You're not going to be seeing the knot. They said knotless braid. You see that knotless they said, you're not going to be seeing the knot. Can you see it? You see how it is? Seamless under, because you start with your natural hair. Start adding up the hair up to this point. Then this is the braid we did today. You see the difference between braids and knotless braid is that you're going to see a knot when you're doing your braids. But when you're doing your, please, let's continue to tap. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you. So now you see it, the difference and the braids. So most people, they like doing knotless because there are some advantage and disadvantage too. So let's go ahead. One of the advantages is that it's so seamless, and now you can even pack your hair at the time. You'll not be feeling the pain. Which one lasts longer? For me, if you want me, because I have my children that I do their hair all the time. When you braid, do knotless braid and this braid, you find out that because you're using your natural hair to do this, the braids sometimes last longer. The normal braid lasts longer. It's always fine when you do this, but then when your natural hair start getting, you see, some people will just use the shine and jam immediately. When you have it for 1 week, 2 weeks, you see that the hair is nice. Later, you see that your knotless braid, because your natural hair is showing under, the braid will last longer than this. Yes. I've done. And another disadvantage is that if you're the type that doesn't have a full-bodied hair, if you're the type that your hair, you don't have a lot of hair and you do knotless braid, you find out that the hair is kind of scanty on top of your hair. You're like, it's too light. Most people that have full-bodied hair, they want their hair to be light. I've done it for my children. It's a practical thing I'm teaching you. When I did it for her, she's like, oh, mommy, this hair is nice, but I feel as if my hair is scanty. I said, you know what? You asked for knotless braid and I did it for you. It's beautiful. Go out, you have it for like 6 weeks before I take it off. But then when you do braids for them, sometimes my children I do hair, but sometimes when I do their braids, they have it for 6 weeks. The hair is still looking nice. They don't want to take it off. They don't want to sit down and say, just go ahead and carry it. Carry it for another extra 2 weeks. It's not as if I can't do it for them, but then they feel like it's still looking okay. But with the knotless braid, when you first of all do it, it looks really, really nice, seamless, easy to pack, but then the normal braid lasts longer than the knotless braid because you're seeing your natural hair. When the natural hair starts getting messy, that is it. Yeah. So if you have any other question, let me know. If you think I'm not right, please put it on the comment section. It's not like I'm saying it here because I'm saying based on my own experience. Yes. So now let's go ahead. This is the first method to use in installing it. If you know you have any contribution to what I just said, put it on the comment section. If you know you've experienced what I just said, put it on the comment section. If you know it's a lie, put it on the comment section. Let's get your own side of the story. So now let's go ahead and do the next method. I'm going to do the next method. Thank you so much, and God bless you. For everyone that is tapping, God bless you for this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for supporting me on this live. For the YouTubers, thank you so much. If you're watching, if you have any question, please go ahead. Ask me any question. Ask me any question. I'm going to answer you. Thank you. So let's do the next one. So this one is one method of you installing the Knotless braid, right? Then we are going to do the next one. And if you know you have not followed the account, go ahead, because when I come up live, you're not going to be looking for me all over the platform. It will just give you notification, and click on your notification button. Grace is live. I want to learn. And if you know you want to know further than this braiding, send me a message. I'm going to take it off from them, because we have the beginners class going on, and I have the intermediate class going on, and I have the advanced class going on. Yes. So now you're going to learn more than this if you want to really go into hair. But if you know you want to do braids on its own, just go ahead and come to the class, you learn. So now this is it. So we are going to get my extension, the same thing applicable to any knotless braid you're going to be doing. You're going to split your extension. You're not going to install it directly to the hair. You're going to split your extensions and section them into like 6 or 5. It depends on you. So I'm going to section my own. Normally I do it into 6, or I can do it into 5. It doesn't really matter. You just go ahead and join them. I'll show you another method, and this method I'm showing you how to do knotless braid. If you're the type that does braid all the time and you want to learn how to join hair, you think that, oh, this extension I've just added to this hair is too short, I want to join the hair to make it longer. This method, you have not been online since, right? Yes, I've not been, throughout last week, I've not been online because the kids are off school and I'm doing the hair. I'm so booked up. Let's use that word. I was really booked up. I don't have time. And one thing, why I didn't come up online is that sometimes when you're busy, I don't want to talk. You use your strength to talk. So I don't want to talk. So I was really busy with braids and everything. So I'll be sending the videos out very soon. I've sent one today. Then I'll send the videos out of the hair I did throughout the week. So that's why I didn't show up at all. So, but then, now that I'm free and the kids are back to school, then we can now talk. If you have any question, let me know. I have the strength to talk to us now. So now let's go ahead. You get the hair that you're going to be working with. This is another way to install your knotless braid. They will all give you the same results, but then it's just different ways to do it. So now this is another method to do it. I'm going to go ahead and start. You are going to start. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to start with splitting this hair into 3. Yes, you split it into 3 equal parts. If you want to start your knotless braid, then you go ahead and braid down. So that should be enough at this point. So with this method, I'm going to flip my hands. Look at it. When you braid it to this point, flip your hands, bring it down. When you bring it down, take this one. Look at the 3 hair extensions. You use your thumb and index finger to hold it in the middle. You don't want it to unravel, right? So what you're going to do, take this one of the strand, put it at the back of your index finger. Look at it. Put it at the back of your index. Then use your middle finger to support it. You see what happened there? Then you now create this one. Take the first extension, put it on this V part that you've just created. Look at it. Then you go ahead and braid. Then you come to this, take this one, put it backwards like that. When you put it backwards, take the next one. I hope everybody can see my hands. Go ahead and put this. This is another method. You go ahead and braid. You create that shape there. Pick the next one. Put it there. Look at it. Make sure it's very, very close to it. Make sure it's very close to it. Then you braid down and bring that one to that point. Release this way. Take the next one. You bring it very close to each other. This is how you can add up extensions. If you want your hair to be lengthy, You find out that you're braiding hair and the extension is short, so you want it to be longer. This is how you can join the hair. Very, very easy, and you cannot notice it. It will be invisible. So you go ahead and put this one, the last one. Look at it. You go ahead and braid. Then you can continue to do your braidings. Can you see? This is the second method. They will all give you the same result. They will all give you the same result, but at the end of the day, different way to install it. If you can know how to do this method, you know how to do a lot of things. It will remind you that, okay, when I'm braiding, I need to join this my hair. You already know how to do this knotless braid. You won't have problem in joining your hair. You won't ask me that question again at this point. Grace, how do you join hair? No, because you've already seen me do it. You can, for instance, what I mean is that when you're braiding hair and you feel like, oh, I want this hair to be more longer, then you now grab this smaller hair. Look at this one I'm doing now. Let me show you what I mean. The length is not enough for you and you want to put more of the length to it. You go ahead, grab another extension like this. And now, let me explain something to you. If you're joining hair, I'm using this one stone now to key two bed, Abby. One stone, I throw it and I'll use it to key two bed, yes. So now you take the extension you want to do. Make sure that if you're braiding hair and the down is getting more tinier, you don't have to go and carry a big extension now and put here. Let me show you what I mean. You take the small extension that will rhyme into it and add it up, you see? Then you continue. That transition there, you're not even seeing it. It's not visible. Let me show you what I mean by taking a big extension to add to it. If you don't want somebody to notice that you joined that hair, you look the size of the extension. Let's say, for instance, you want to join hair now, you now carry something like this. This is the hair we're braiding. This is the hair we're braiding. Let me add more to this braid. I want to explain something to us. Let's have time to do our lessons today so that we can understand. So now we're coming to the thin part of it. You feel like, oh, this hair, I want it to be longer. At the end of the day, you now carry this. Look at the size of the extension. You now go ahead and put it here. Let me show you what will happen. Look at the transition. People will just say, who is this person? Where is she coming from? Can you see the difference? Because that extension you just added to that place is too big. It's too much. Let me remove it. I'm going to remove it. Then now, this is the section that we are. You see that the place is getting tiny at the tips. You just want to respect yourself. You go ahead and take something smaller. Something tinier like this. Place it in between there. Then you go ahead and braid. You find out that you're not going to notice that you added anything. It will not rhyme and be a uniform way of joining your extensions. Can everybody see it? If you have any questions on this one, please go ahead and type. Let's go before we do the last method I'm going to show us. Any question? Look at the result of our knotless braid. That's the first method I showed you. That's the second method. At the end of the day, you're seeing that you're getting the same result but different techniques. I didn't say you should start using all the technique on one hair. Please, when you learn these things, go ahead and take one of it that you master to your hands and you're happy with it. Start using them. If you have any question on this second method, let me know. If not, I'm going to show you the third method. The fourth method is the combination of these two methods. We might not do it because if you know how to do this, and this, you know how to do it. Let me show you how you can install the third one. Any question, please put it on the comment section. Keep tapping. Oh, put your hands. You watch me while you're tapping, please. So that, because if you don't tap on TikTok, they will think we're just here idle doing nothing. So put your hands. We are 23 of us here. Please go ahead, put your hands on it and tap, tap, tap. It's going to be showing you that love icon. When I'm seeing it now, it's going to be giving me that energy. Grace, keep going. Keep teaching. These people are supporting you. But if you just be looking at me like that, they're like, They are just watching you. They are not supporting you. Please go ahead. Tap, tap, tap. Put your hands there. Let's move this like to 10K like. Don't reduce the like. Move it, move it, move it. And let's go ahead. While we're watching, if you know you didn't come with your mannequin training, I'm going to send some of the videos in so that you can go ahead when you're free, or you go into the account, you watch a lot of videos, start doing your practical. There are videos, they are sending helpful videos that will help you to learn a lot. Thank you so much. If you're tapping and you're supporting Grace and you want me to be live here all the time, please go ahead and support. Thank you and God bless you. Let's give cheers to everyone supporting. God bless you for doing that. So now let's do the next one. Let me show you the next one. If I have one more time, I'm going to show you the combination of two. That is knotless braid. For those of us, see, when you're doing braids and you have a customer, they want to do knotless braid, you still learn it online here. You're going to get your customer. Most people, like when I used to teach only braid, they'll say, Grace, teach us knotless braid. Grace, teach us knotless. I brought knotless braid to you now. So your customers, you can do your knotless braid, you can do your normal braids. Anything they come with, collect it. So now let's go ahead and then do the next one. Let me show you the next one. The next one is, if you know how to do like a banana cornrow, which is the Ghana braids, you'll be able to do this one. Mostly Americans, they use this method. Mostly the Americans, they use this method to do this braids. So let's go ahead and do it. So I'm going to section the hair. You're going to section the hair into the way I told you. Always, if you don't have a rack, go on this method. You see a rack. Let me even place a rack. If you go onto this is what is called rack. If you need to buy everything that you need for your training, is there. When you click on this showcase, you're going to get it. They've reduced the price to £19 something. That's a rack. That's what I just pinned down now is a rack, whereby that rack is used to section your extensions. If you know you're working and you don't know who to help you hold all to the extensions, you need a rack. I just pinned it down. Thank you so much, Judy, for joining. Safia just joined. You're all welcome. As you're joining, please share the videos, like the videos. God bless you all for joining. So now what we are doing knotless braid. Knotless braid. So now let's go ahead. This is, now you're going to start, the difference is that you start knotless braid with your natural hair. Don't forget, we are on the training course. Don't forget to always comb any hair you're going to install. Don't forget to comb it. Do not forget to comb the braids. So now that I've done it, I'm going to split this one. At this point, if you're the one that will add extension, thank you so much for the gift, Sophia Smith. God bless you. Let's give her cheers for that. Woo! Thank you so much and God bless you. So now, if you're the type that want to add your shine and jam, this is the time you're going to add your shine and jam before you start braiding. Before you start braiding, I don't want to add this to it because I don't want to start shampooing this. I'm showing you how it's done. So that you will not say, Grace taught us this, so she didn't tell us to put this. You can choose to put this one. It will help you anyway, because that hair needs to stick to the dam, because not necessarily you're starting it with your natural hair for it to last at least a bit. So now you're going to split this hair into 3. Let me split it. When you start with it, you go ahead and braid it. Let me braid it down like 1 or 2 times. If you still want it like more, it's okay. This method I'm going to show now is the method whereby if you want to learn how to do Ghana braids, this is how you do it. Take this your extension. This is the extension. Instead of it, the 2 method we did before is going by the side, right? But this one will go on top. Look at my hand though. Take it. When you bring that extension on top of it, you take this half part, place it in between your thumb and index finger. I told you that this thumb and index finger, they do great works. Then you can go ahead and do the first braid. Then you grab the second one. When you grab the second one, place it again on top. Put it in between. Look at your hands. You put it there. Use that hand to hold it. Then you go ahead and braid. Let's do the third one. Place it on top of it. They said in America, they use this method. You can as well use this method if you want. So you can go ahead, place this one on top of it and go ahead and braid. Then the last one, take it and do it. That's it. Then you can now flip your hands. Always flip your hands. When you flip your hands, you direct your hand to the point whereby you start braiding down your hair. Can you see it? Can everybody see what I'm doing? You see it? Thank you so much for sharing the live. Kimuli, God bless you. Let's give her cheers. Let's give her cheers for doing that. Most of us, when we come here, please do the right thing. Thank you so much. Support the live, share the live. You don't know who you're going to help by sharing this live. They will be say, thank you for sharing this. I've been looking for where to learn how to do this braid. We all need to learn how to do this braid. We need it. If you don't learn it for yourself, you learn it for your children, or you teach somebody to do it. Very, very important. So now look at it. This is the result. Can everybody see it? These 3 hair I've done here, they're all knotless braids. Can you figure out the difference? Can you figure out any difference? Please be typing on the comment section, because that is where I can answer. We cannot chat now until I start bringing us up. Can you figure out any difference? 3 different methods. Okay. Tell me what you just figured out. Sophia, please type. I'm going to bring you up later when we're almost done. You tell me and I'll show you guys what the difference is. We've done 3 methods. I'm going to do 1 more method of this knotless braid. Then we'll make it 4. Then you now tell me which of the method you think you're happy with, and when you try them, choose which of the method that is best okay for you. Let's do 1 more. When I do 1 more, I'm going to repeat on Facebook. Aqua want me to repeat the natural and traditional method. I'm going to repeat it for her. Then we can now come up and start asking questions and tell me what you observe when you're doing your knotless braid and the braids so far. Somebody asked on the comment section, which of the braid lasts longer? You can now come up and tell me your own experience, whereby you can talk. We'll talk and discuss about this. Yeah, so now this is the last one. Let's do the last one. The last one is the combination of the first 2 methods I just did. The last method is the combination of the 2 methods. Let me brush out this extension. This extension, brown extensions, is nice, but it's keep tangling. I don't know the reason why. Sometimes when they put color, some colors will just make extension tangle, if you notice. If you're the type that uses extension all the time, you notice that some of the colors, they just make the extensions tangle when they add the bleaching colors to them. So now we are going to grab the extension we'll be working with. Look at it. Then we'll split it into. All this thing I'm taking you, you're going to go ahead and practice. If you need the videos, they are in my account. When you want to practice and you think, okay, I saw Grace did this live, or what will I do? Follow the account. You're going to, when you go on my page, you see different videos. They are there. They are there to watch when you're doing your practicals. It will help. So now I'm going to split this one into 6 different parts. The reason is that I'm going to show you the 2 combinations of this method is what most people use. The 2 combinations. Let me take this one to this side so that it will not be blocking us. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. For me, I think all the methods are very good. Well done, madam. Thank you so much, Kimuni. Thank you for saying that. It just depends. I'm teaching this method for us to choose which of the one that is best for you. When you try them, anyone that goes into your hand, they'll give you the same result. Seamless, joining, it's all. So it depends on you. So now let's go ahead and do this. So you're going to start your natural hair when you're doing knotless braid. You're starting it with your natural hair. When you start with your natural hair, I told you that this method I'm going to do now is joining the 2 methods in one. So you start with, take this one, place it there first. That's the first thing. You install 3 like this. You take this next one, go ahead and put it right there. You install it. You take the next one, hold it, your index finger, place it there, install it. When you install 3 of it, you're going to flip your hands. So when you flip your hands, you can now use the other method. I told you that this method is using 2 of those methods in one. Then you can now bring this one to the side, put it there. Can you see it? Then you braid. Then you go ahead, take the next one. This method is mostly what most people use. You use braids down. Then you go ahead, take the next one, put it at the side. This method is mostly common when you're doing knotless braid. I don't know what you think. Put it on the comment section. This is, for me, is the fourth method I teach here. They all give you the same result, but it depends on which method you choose to learn. Learn all of them. Then at the end of the day, choose one of it. Please keep liking it, and we are moving this thing to 10,000 likes. So please go ahead and keep liking this thing. 23 of us here. Please put your hands on the phone. Share the videos, like the videos. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you, Ifabuchi. God bless you for that. I think Ifabuchi, if not for your children, you'll be the one moderating this thing, because these people tell them to tap. Thank you so much. God bless you. So let's go ahead and do this. Then I'm going to start bringing us up. If you have any question, anything you want to speak, we'll have the opportunity to talk about it. So now, most people, despite they don't know how to install this hair on the hair, but they know how to do it on their own hair. This is the fourth method. We've done 4 knotless braid with different techniques. They're all giving you the same results, almost the same result. You're going to tell me the difference when we start bringing us up. So the last one I'm going to do for Aqua, keep your questions. So if you have any questions, start putting it on the comment section. I'm going to repeat this method for Aqua. Thank you so much, everyone. Please start tapping. Oh, I'm not seeing the red icon. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? Oh, go ahead. Thank you so much. I'm not seeing the red icon, the love icon. Keep tapping. So now let's do this last one for Aqua. Let's do it for Aqua now. So now when you split this one, I'm going to be doing the natural and traditional method, when you hold your extensions on one hand to install the braids. So let's go ahead. I hope you're watching. After sectioning your hair, you go ahead and comb it. Then you split the hair into ratio 2:1 like this. So when you split this hair into ratio 2:1, you're going to cross it. When you cross the hair, it's going to look this way. Thank you so much, and God bless you. If you know you're supporting this life, God bless you. So now, what we are going to do, we are going to hold the extensions on one hand. Take this is my right hand, thumb and index finger, hold on to this. My left hand, thumb and index finger, hold on to this. Take this one, place it, my supporting fingers, bring it close to you. Make sure it's firm. Please, next time, if you know you want to learn this thing, I'm going to bring us up earlier on the bus. Get your extension. One after the other, put your camera on. I want to see us do it. So then you do this. I want to know how many of us know how to hold the extension on one hand. So now you do this. Take your middle finger, place it, and do what? Turn your right hand, then bring your index finger out here. So when you do that, the first extension is going to be lying on the index finger. That's the first one you're going to grab when you're installing the hair. So now let's go ahead and install this hair. Let me put this camera this way. This way. I hope everybody can see it. This is a repeat for the Facebook. So now you're going to open your hands while you're holding your extension here. Open your hands slightly from your thumb and index finger. Use it to hold on to this hair, this side. Use your left hand, section this hair. Automatically, you're going to split this hair into 3. Can you see it? One part of it. Then you drag this one. Drag this extension and bring it closer. So when you drag this extension and bring it closer, look at it. Take your index finger, place it in between this hair. You're splitting it into 2 and that one. When it goes like that, you release your right hand. Then you can now go ahead and start securing the hair. Look at it. This is where most people find it very, very difficult. Hold it and firm to that root and braid it like, see, 2 or 3 times is enough, or 4 times if you want to. Then at this point, when you bring this one, you flip your hands like this. While you're flipping your hands, you're turning the extension in the right direction. Then you can now go ahead and start braiding. At this point, this is my natural hair. This is my extension. Use your extension to cover your natural hair. It's called tucking in. When you position it, it's going to look like that while you're braiding. Look at it. I've positioned the hair extensions already. Then you go ahead and start braiding. Can everybody see it? You go ahead and start braiding. It's going to make your braid look more neat and professional. Can you see how neat this braid is? Most people say, oh, your braid is so neat. It depends on how you do it. Thank you so much. Aqua said thank you so much. I really appreciate you for joining today. Thank you so much. Share the videos from Facebook as well, YouTube and everyone. Thank you. God bless you. Yes, she's happy with it now. So we repeated it. So now I'll start bringing us up on TikTok. If I send you invitation, please go ahead. Let me change this to the mannequin training head. If you know, just check on the pins. If you're watching me from Facebook, I just pinned the mannequin training head. When you go into the showcase, you see different mannequin training head you want for your training. You need it. If you really want to learn this thing, you need to get one for yourself. Use this at the present. You'll be happy you did it for yourself. And if you know you want to join my classes, you need a mannequin training head as well. Go ahead and purchase it. Yes, go ahead and get one. Can you see the result of this braid? Well installed, beautiful. Can you see it? This mannequin training head I'm using, let me even pin this one down. This one is down. This hair looks like an afro. When I start combing it out, you see that it looks natural. It's so neat. It's not slippery like this other one. So let me just pin this one down as well. Let me pin this one down. But if you go into the showcase, you're going to get different type. Just choose which one is best for you. All the materials you need for your training is there. Get it. If you're joining my classes, go ahead and get your stuff. Can you see it? Beautiful. Let me go ahead and start inviting us. Let's go ahead and invite us. We need to talk. Where is everyone that will have to say something? You pick. Go ahead. We have like 15 minutes to talk. 15 minutes to discuss. Accept it. Come, let's discuss about the hair stuff and few minutes before we go. If you know you have any questions, you let me know. Go ahead and ask me. I'm going to sit down at this point. Thank you everyone for joining, and I'm going to expand my own frame. If you know you have any question from YouTube, from Facebook, from TikTok, please go ahead and let me know. Let's go ahead. Let me increase my frame. Come up and just say what you think about this hair. If you get the invitation, accept it. And now let me expand this. I'm going to expand my own frame now. Where is it? Okay. We've done all the techniques that we have to do today. We started with the rubber band method, which is 3 methods for us to get into braiding. Can you see all the braiding we did today? You see how beautiful they are? These are all the braidings we did today. Can you see it? These ones, apart from the knotless braid. These are all the ones we did. We did 3 from the rubber band method and 3 from the natural and traditional methods. So let's go ahead. If Abuchi, do you have anything to say? What do you think about the knotless braid? Because most people don't want to show up. And today we didn't even get up to 10,000 likes. What is the problem? Let's go ahead and discuss it. Say something.
Good afternoon, ma.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, ma.
Thank you for joining.
That is fine, no problem.
Yes.
Though I won't say much because I have a.
We are rounding up, finish now. Yes, we have 10 minutes to discuss.
The knotless braid is fine. Though I haven't tried it, I have to lose my mannequin before I can try it.
Okay.
It's not, but I still prefer the natural method.
You still prefer the natural method?
Yes. The knotless braid, you have to use the gel, and like after 1 week or 2 weeks, it will just the beauty will fade away. But the natural way is always beautiful.
Yes.
But we have to learn all of them.
You have to learn all of them. Yeah, most people, they prefer the knotless braid. At this point now, they no longer want to do more of it now. So the trending hair now is, I did one of the trending hair. I'm going to send the video tomorrow. Then at the end of the day, if I have time, we can do it online. But so because most people now, knotless braid, they are reducing the method of it now. Like before, everybody wants to do it. They now find out that, okay, if it's in trend, let's do it. But then people will still go back to the normal.
Because it's always beautiful, though.
It's always beautiful when you first do it. Yeah. But when it gets to like 1 or 2 weeks, you start noticing the... Yes.
It will just, the beauty will just...
It will start fading away gradually.
Yeah.
So we'll still go back to our normal braiding. There's no time. This is the box braid is always there for you.
No, thank you so much for always bringing out time for us.
You're welcome. It's not easy to talk. Last week I didn't even have the same because I was so busy braiding hair. So I didn't want to come up live because I don't have time. If I can come up and I'm just quiet doing what I'm doing, everybody's watching, it will be easy. But I know that questions will be coming on the comment section. So I didn't want to talk. I want to concentrate on the hair. I didn't just bother to come out.
All right, no problem.
Thank you so much for coming. So if you have any other question, let me know. We only have like a few minutes to round up the class for today. If you know you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow the account. Give it a follow so that you can get notification when I'm live. You always see me. The videos are there to watch. Everything we've done here, you see the videos. I always send it out fully. Then you can go ahead and practice whenever you want to practice. You get your mannequin training head and always practice. The classes are going on now. If you want to join the beginners classes, intermediate classes, and advanced classes, please let me know. Send me a message on my bio, then I'll send you the WhatsApp message. You join the group. Thank you so much, everyone. If there's any question for everything we've done today, please put it on the comment section. If not, we're going to meet in the evenings because normally I come out 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. UK time and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. UK time. So if you miss in the morning because of the time difference, most people are at work now or most people are sleeping now. So when I come out 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., you can cover some people that want to join the classes. That is why I do it in a way that we interchange the time. So for those of us that have dropped the kids off school and we are keeping ourselves busy, we do 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. For those of us that are at work that wants to join 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So thank you so much. If you have any question, if you've not bought your materials there on TikTok shop, go ahead.
I'm also pleading with everyone, we should be tapping. And that is the only way we can say thank you to you because sometimes I do see other TikTok people, even if they are like 5, before you know it, they are 20,000, 50,
Thank you, my love. I don't know the reason why most people will come up live is because they don't go live all the time. Because if you go live all the time, if I go to somebody's live, nobody tells my hand doesn't leave that's free, except I'm not there.
To support you and to show you our own love because we are not paying. That is it.
Thank you so much.
I'm just begging everybody, we should be tapping, just using your hand and listening, That is it. Please.
Thank you so much and God bless you for doing that. So the more the support is, we give that person that ginger to come out to be teaching you.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is what the system requires. You give it to the system. If they don't require that, I didn't ask for anything, but then the system requires you to tap to make sure that things is going on.
We are many. Do you know if we keep tapping you, by now it's supposed to be heading like 100, 50 something, but is
my dear, you know what? Anytime you appear all the time, please always type it and encourage people. Most people they just join you, they forget. Please. Thank you. Okay. Yes, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And there's nothing I can say than you observing it and telling us. Because it's very important. When you go to somebody's life, share the videos, like the videos, support, and it will go a long way. Even your presence too, it will help you as the person tapping. The system will notice that you came up online. You can't just stay without doing anything. It helps you in so many ways. If I'm there, you see that people will observe that, oh, this girl is tapping. Let me follow this girl because when I'm doing my own life, she will come and support you in different ways. There's advantage in doing all that. Thank you, Ciso, for tapping. God bless you. For everyone that is supporting, God bless you. So if you have not followed the live, go ahead. If you want to join the classes for more, I don't do only just braid. I do a lot of hair. So when next I'm going to come to the class, I'm going to outline all the courses that we have on the beginners, on the intermediate, and the advanced classes. There I can check what you're doing. At this point, I'm here. I cannot do too much. We just come here 2 hours, do all we can. Then if you know you want to join the classes, you really want to get into this, send me a message. Then we'll take it up from there. Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. I didn't take anything for granted. It's the way the system is working. We have to follow it that way. For you to support me, for us to grow together, we need to do what the systems require. Thank you and God bless you. On Facebook, I say thank you. On
Thank
TikTok,
you,
I
ma.
say thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, my love. Bye. If you have any other question, anybody coming up, please let me know. If you're sending a request and you have something to say, let me know. Apart from that, we are going to be meeting on our next classes. Let me invite some other people. Uche Blessing is here. Uche Blessing, do you want to say something? Anyone that wants to say something, let me send more invitation for a few minutes. If you want to come up, please go ahead and come up and say something. Let's discuss. We do hair all the time. Even if you don't want to learn it, you sit down, people do your hair. If you know all these things, you will not go to a hairdresser and they give you something that it doesn't make sense and you come out with it. No, because you know all those things by learning it. When they are doing your own hair as well, you say, please, madam, make sure this hair is properly done. That's why I don't do it, but I know all those things. You know little of everything, even if you don't know how to do everything. That's life. So for most people watching me here, they have a lot of experience. When they go to the salon now, they sit and do my hair, they have something to ask. But if not, you don't have any idea, you just sit and they put different things on your hair, you come out, you pay. You pay. When you get home, you start complaining. If you know all these things, when you're sitting down and they are doing your hair, you tell them this thing you're doing is not the right thing. No, it's better you correct them at that point instead of going home and start complaining and condemning the hair braider. That look at the hair they did on my hair, and I paid 150 pounds for this hair. Look at what I came out with. Thank you, Mama, for your teaching. God bless you. Thank you so much, Akuzwa and Mokwai. God bless you. Thank you so much. And that is it for today. So my classes times are always 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account. It's going to give you a notification. Press on the notification button. Whenever I just come up live, you're going to get notification that Grace is live. That is it. Thank you. If you have not followed each other, please go ahead and do that. We need it because sometimes we come up online to showcase our work and what we have done so far. It's very, very important. Thank you and God bless you. And I'll see you on my next class. Yes. God bless you all. See you. Bye, everyone. And for those that have supported, God bless you. And thank you so much. God bless you. Not Abina just joined. You're welcome. We're just rounding up. So you're going to join us on the next class. If you have not watched the video, there's a lot of video I've sent in there. Bye there. Thank you so much, ma. Our Pella Academy. That is it on YouTube. If you have not followed that account, please look at it on YouTube. There's a lot of things going on. If you want to learn anything about online, our Pella Academy is there to help you. She's my mentor and I've learned a lot of things. Me coming out to talk to you like this, she put me through. So if you're the type that wants to learn, she's there on YouTube. Please go ahead and follow her. Go ahead. The videos are there. If you want to talk to her, she have her contact number. Get in touch with her. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I really appreciate it. I love coming out. The more you support me when I come in here, I'll be so happy to do more. But if not, I'll just be looking at you like this. Thank you. I'm not taking anybody for granted. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye, and see you on my next class. Bye, Fabuchi. Thank you, everyone. Bye, everyone, and see you. God bless you all. And have a wonderful afternoon.